our program this is our 51st time we've graduated people. I wasn't there for all of those. And we have such an amazing collection of alumni to choose from to do our guest speaking. Our graduates often go on to highly, highly successful careers. So there's good promise. So of the money you've invested, all the parents out there, you only have to support them for another 10 years, but they're going to make it. They're really going to make it. So it's my pleasure to introduce the perfect example of this, Jennifer Wang Grazier. Jennifer is a class of '99. She currently works at Apple, where she co-heads Apple TV's television business affairs and has helped to launch many beloved series on a premium platform, including Severance, Slow Horses, and Silo. In her role, she is also in charge of deal-making for Apple Vision Pro content. Prior to Apple, Jennifer headed the TV business and legal affairs at Legendary Entertainment, where notably she helped to acquire the rights to the Dune series. She also worked at NBC Universal, where she started her entertainment career after working as a corporate attorney at Gibson, Dunn and Crutcher and O'Melveny and Myers. So Jennifer serves on the UCLA Dean of Social Sciences Advisory Committee and on our own UCLA Communication Board of Visitors, and as a major sponsor of the Bruin Ad Team, has been doing that for a couple years. After graduating UCLA, highest departmental honors, summa cum laude, with a BA in communication, she obtained her JD cum laude from Georgetown University Law Center. So it is my great pleasure. Please welcome Jennifer Wang Grazier.
Thank you, Professor Bryant, for that generous introduction, and thank you for the honor of inviting me to speak today on this incredibly special day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and father figures, and to the families, friends, mentors, and loved ones out there. Your love made this moment possible. Your quiet sacrifices and loud encouragement carried these graduates across the finish line. And now to the class of 2025, congratulations. This is your day, a day to be proud, a day to celebrate. Too often, we rush past milestones that once felt so far away, already chasing the next. But let's not do that today. Take a breath, smile. Let yourself feel the joy, the pride, the awe of what you've accomplished. Today is a good day to be completely, unapologetically delighted by you. What you have gone through while you were here may be the most challenging times we have had, not just in your lifetime, but in the lifetimes of your parents and grandparents here today. You weathered the effects of a global pandemic, political polarization, devastating wildfires, and economic uncertainty. You didn't just survive, you adapted, you grew, you transformed. And you did all of this as students in the UCLA Department of Communication. And that is no coincidence. Charles Darwin once said, "It is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most adaptable to change." And he was right. In today's world, change is constant. Adaptability isn't just helpful, it's essential. That is something I didn't fully appreciate when I was in your seat nearly 30 years ago. And it's what I want to leave with you today. Your education at UCLA, and especially in this department, didn't just give you a diploma. It gave you one of the most powerful tools you'll ever have, adaptability. That is something you should carry with deep pride and unwavering confidence as you step into the next chapter of your life. Let's look at a few ways you've already learned to wield this superpower. Well, we know being admitted to UCLA was an incredible accomplishment in and of itself. In fact, UCLA is the most applied to school in the world. Actually graduating from the UCLA Department of Communication is an even greater achievement. There's no hand-holding here. To get to this day, you had to advocate for yourself, navigating complex unit requirements, earning admission to a competitive major, and creating your own path among 33,000 undergraduates. That takes initiative. That takes grit. That takes adaptability. Then there's the diversity of this campus. It's easy to applaud diversity in theory, but living within it requires empathy, openness, and adaptability. Coexisting in such an intellectually and social diverse environment isn't always safe or predictable, but when it is embraced and properly cultivated, as it is at UCLA, it becomes a catalyst for growth, inspiration, innovation, and real lasting change. Your major, communication, is uniquely interdisciplinary. It forces you to think critically, to solve problems creatively, and to integrate perspectives from multiple fields. It teaches you to approach challenges from multiple angles and to develop solutions that are thoughtful and comprehensive. So yes, you are ready, more than ready. Because UCLA didn't just teach you what to know, it taught you how to keep in the know, how to embrace a growth mindset, how to see challenges as opportunities, how to stay curious, how to develop emotional intelligence, to understand yourself and others far more completely, to build strong relationships, and to lead with empathy. You learned how to take feedback, to actively listen, to take responsibility for your actions, and to learn from your wins and your failures. You learned to step outside of your comfort zone, to seek wisdom from others, and to visualize where you want to go and how you will adapt to get there. UCLA taught you how to pivot and how to bounce forward. It taught you how to lead through uncertainty and how to thrive in the unknown. And that is a superpower. Because not everyone, and really very few people past this campus, can do what you have done and are now capable of doing. To progress from change and then to lead with compassion, empathy, and foresight through difficult times. It's a superpower I didn't always recognize or trust early in my career. Raised as the only child of immigrant Chinese parents, I entered UCLA quiet and reserved. But here at UCLA, I found my voice, shaped by the experiences I've already shared. Still, early on, even after law school, insecurity held me back. I second-guessed myself constantly, speaking only when I had vetted every thought, every word in my mind. As a young Asian woman, I felt the need to be over-prepared, to prove I belonged. In rooms full of senior executives, I often questioned, what could I have to offer? So I stayed quiet. I sat on ideas that might have made a real difference. But here's what I can tell you. No one had all the answers. No one. But also, no one is like us. No one has our background, our UCLA background, our UCLA experience, our UCLA education. When I finally realized and trusted our superpower, I began to thrive. my negotiation style emerged. I discovered that I could relate to people in ways others couldn't. For example, I once worked on a show that hinged on the signing of a contract being negotiated between a British lawyer and a Korean lawyer. The negotiation had stalled. The British lawyer kept adding legalese, believing it would make the contract stronger. But I knew that for the Korean side, clarity and mutual understanding were far more important than overly complex language. In fact, too much legal jargon can create mistrust and delay. By bridging the cultural gap, simplifying the language, and aligning on what truly mattered, I helped close a deal that had dragged on for months. That's the superpower of adaptability, the ability to understand people and not just policies. It's the kind of superpower today's leaders urgently need. Leadership that recognizes the complexity of this multicultural, interdependent world and responds with selflessness and a long-term vision. We need that now more than ever. So use your superpower to do good. For yourself, personally and professionally, for our communities, for the world you're inheriting and shaping. The future will not wait. So I hope I spared you some of the hesitation I experienced. Meet this fast, unpredictable world with courage, compassion, and the confidence to adapt. Don't just endure the change, shape it, lead it, own it. You are already doing it. So go forward. You are ready for anything. Trust it, believe it. Go big, go bold, go Bruins.